Hey, welcome cocksuckers to the Punkery show. If you don't remember who we are, it's Rashon and Kesh. Kesh has been in Murica for a month, right? An entire month on the soil of the United States of Murica. Or if you're Spanish, Los Estados Unidos. Yeah, I can't speak Spanish, but yeah, Kesh, missed you. I fucking missed you. It's been a long time. Been a long time since we've had this show. Been a long time since you've been around. Oh yeah, sup all the guys in LB right now, the worst city in the world. So you went to America, you were in California, you were in Washington State. You got there and got out before the corona continued to spread. But yeah, you said you wanted to talk some snits about Murica. I'm not going to talk snit back since now you have a perspective, so go ahead. Let's fucking hear it, huh? Let's fucking hear it.
Can you even hear me?
Now I can hear you, yes. Now I can hear you.
I was talking earlier, I wasn't sure. Or maybe I got corona to you, so, you know?
Who knows?
It's been a blast. I mean, it was good and weird, and a lot of weird and more weird, and USA is fucking weird. And then we went a little bit up north from California to Washington and to some national parks in the midst of nowhere. Like, I literally felt like there's just rednecks around, and that was interesting as well.
Yep, the rural parts of America have lots of rednecks no matter where you go. Obviously, the staple of America, right, is the fast food. Now, Lova called me fat. Lova called me fat like 10 minutes ago, and I wish I was fat. But you said something about before you were going that you all, I guess, partook or were going to partake in some all-you-can-eat buffet bullsnit. Chef,
actually didn't that much.
You didn't?
I don't know, like, initially, I guess, when we were going there, we didn't, like, really feel or really think or, realize we're gonna be on this tight schedule and always just running from one place to another and stuff like that. So, yeah, believe it or not, we stopped mostly just, like, randomly. Okay, yeah, I was, like, with a bunch of dudes, and they're, like, I just figured how freaking hungry dudes are all the time. Like,
Of course.
literally, we'd be driving like 2 hours, and I'm like, the only thing I need, like, whilst I'm driving somewhere, usually is like, just stretch my legs and just a loose stop, PP or whatever you call it. But dudes are like literally every 2 hours they need to eat, and not like a snack or something, like a, I don't know, protein bar or something, but like they want to eat properly. So obviously, like, if we stop to at all you can eat all the time, like, we wouldn't have gone anywhere. So yeah, we did like all sorts of assortment. I mean, I think we went through pretty much all fast food there was in USA. We went through Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Five Guys, McDonald's, Burger King. What is that? Chipotle?
Chipotle, yeah, Chipotle,
Chipotle?
yeah, that's right, Chipotle.
What else? Like some buffalo wings, something. Help me out. Like, what more there is? Like Domino's.
McDonald's, Burger King, obviously
We
McDonald's,
didn't go
the
to your favorite one,
Popeyes, yeah.
We went to Subway, bunch of places. I just felt like we were like fast fooding all the time. But somehow, like, the ultimate winner at the end for guys was Taco Bell for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I just want to say that the place, like, Chipotle.
Chipotle, yeah.
Fucking
Chipotle.
sucks.
Yeah, I don't.
It's bad, man. Like, I don't even remember what I had, but they just like fill your. I think I had like burrito or something like that, and it was like 80% of rice only. Like they literally like fill it up with rice and that's it. Think
Yeah,
like
I do not have
you're
Chipotle at all. No, absolutely
yeah,
not.
like you're supposed to have some meat in it or something like that, but like they're just like wasn't like just I don't know, like she just rammed in like the like all the rice she could find in the world, and that was it.
It's kind of funny because it's not like rice is any better than meat, you know. So I guess they're really holding back. They're really holding back. But so you said the dudes like Taco Bell, you know?
Like I was driving like in a well, your fucking vans suck, man. They really fucking suck. Like we had Chevy or something, like a long like white van, just didn't have like free candy on it, but hey ho, it's roasted. Um, and yeah, what I wanted to say, like when we were driving around, they were so excited. They were like Taco Tuesday, all
Oh my god.
excited, you know. Yeah.
I don't understand what the craze is about tacos. I know this dude, he's always like, after this I gotta go to Taco Bell. And I'm like, bro, like, what is it with people in Taco Bell? Like, you know,
Yeah, I don't
I thought
understand.
only Mexicanos liked tacos, but a lot of people like tacos. I just don't understand. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
me neither.
I'd rather
I don't
have
know.
any type of other fast food than tacos. I mean, because first of all, I don't really like cheese, so that's number one. I know you're gonna talk
I
soon
don't
about
know
that
if
stuff.
I'm gonna disappoint you here or not, but people hate me, but I really kind of liked Wendy's. I don't know. Is
Yeah,
that
Wendy's is good. No, that's good. Wendy's is mad
I
good.
I just like I don't know, like with McDonald's burger and some other, like
Yeah,
you know, you have like lettuce in,
yeah,
and it like literally tastes like fake or
yeah,
funky or something.
yeah.
But like Wendy's was like actually not bad. But your sizes, man. The fuck, you know what I ate at Wendy's?
What?
You laugh at me. 4 for 4.
The Wendy's 4 for 4?
And someone told me that's not even like a meal, you know? But I don't
Let's
know.
see.
It was enough for me. I even was like full and I gave like chips or fries or whatever you call it. I just gave it away to my friends. Mostly I was like, hey bro, I cannot eat more, just have it.
Let
But
me see. Let me see what the four. Because I haven't eaten in Wendy's in a while, and when I have, it is the spicy chicken. Let's see. So,
I didn't have chicken, so.
so
Well, there
what's
were
the?
some. I think there were like in 4 for 4. There were like 4 nuggets or something with some sauce, and then you could pick like burger. Like I think I took bacon or something, and then you get fries as well and a drink. Pretty sure
Oh,
it's like a
that's
yeah,
not bad in that case. Wait,
something
what'd your
like.
friend say? It wasn't much food. What?
No, I talked with someone since I got back from USA. Don't know if I like mentioned it in Discord or something, and I just told someone I had like 4 for 4, and they were laughing at me like it's
It's not
not
even a
even
meal.
proper meal, yeah.
Well, I mean, clearly it's not a proper meal, but in Murica, it is a staple for a lot of people, and that's why there's a lot of issues about that. See, even Europs come over to Murica. Most
I
of what
don't
they
know.
try out is the fast
My
food.
friends were really sold on this baconator or something. Like it even sounds like fucking. It's just like
Like a heart attack.
Terminator.
Yeah,
Yeah, baconator.
sounds like a
They're
fucking
so
heart attack.
delicious.
Let's
Um,
see. Yep, it's a lot of fucking bacon. Yep, that's right.
Actually, the thing that I frequented the most, you wouldn't believe me, but it's just maybe because I was like in endless search of good coffee, you know, and the coffee at hotel was really, really, really sucked. But like, I don't know, is there any alternative even? Like, I didn't really see it though. Maybe like if I had
Starbucks.
McDonald's, like, yeah, is there any alternative to Starbucks? I don't think like they
I
really
don't know.
have competition.
I'm not a coffee person, so I wouldn't know.
I guess like at McDonald's you can order coffee, but otherwise like there's no competition. So like I was just like most frequenting actually Starbucks than anything else.
Fuck
I
McDonald's as a whole.
actually, I actually got the, um, yeah, I actually got Starbucks for free for Valentine's Day.
But that was
Very
at a.
nice. Because it was like 2 for 1 or something, you know? Because it's Valentine's Day, and some dude was just like, yeah, whatever, just, yeah.
Yeah, why not? Gotta get your free coffee, you know?
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks to the dude who gave me free coffee for Valentine's. Much appreciated, man.
If there you go. Yeah, see, I don't think I've ever had Starbucks. I mean, it's overrated. Like, again, I'm not a coffee person.
It is.
You know.
I
But
To
yeah.
put it like oddly or weirdly or whatever, I really fucked myself a lot of times there, like because I just didn't know, you know, what things were, and I just look up and like try to figure out what's what. And one of those times, like I got like frappuccino, you know, with some like vanilla something, I don't know what. And in the end, it was literally like you would put ice cubes into the mixer and you would mush them up and add some like vanilla on top. And I was like, seriously? I'm paying for fucking ice? That it? I want fucking coffee. Where's coffee in that? Like, what?
Ice.
Yeah, it was like ice. It was so cold. Like I should have known, you know, because at the end, like I was like, okay, it's frappuccino or whatever. I guess it's just all cold, you know. I don't know. We don't have it here. We don't really have like drinks like that unless it's summer. So in the end, I just went for the safe option. I was like, okay, I want cappuccino or like latte or something. That was like the safe bet.
The only coffee I know is hot.
They have like I didn't know that. I always thought like Starbucks only has warm drinks, you know? And I was really
Nah.
surprised. They really do not. Like the majority of their drinks, I think they're like cold, you know? Like cold, I don't know, just cold drinks. I didn't know that. I didn't expect that. That's the first thing.
Well, for a coffee place that has a fucking monopoly, they have to have everything, I'm sure. So,
Yes.
that's how it is. But still, fuck Starbucks. Well, what was this you were talking about? About this Uber driver?
Who's talking about you?
You were talking about an Uber driver that looked like me.
What? Oh, I did. I did. Actually, that was like, um, yeah, that was like the first day or the second day we landed. And I'm like looking like, you know, I had just a lot of time to like take everything in and like see how the roads are and the cars and everything was like different. And I see this dude and he had like the same glasses as you do. And like literally from the side, he looked the same. And I was like, holy smokes, like what the fuck is Rashon doing in Cali, you know? And then like the first day as I arrived there, like or, yeah, the first day pretty much, we went to like to NBA match, you know. And this dude is also driving like direction towards the stadium, you know. And I'm like, okay, Rashon's going to NBA match. And then we passed him, and I like looked in, and like he probably like noticed that I'm looking weird. And like, yeah, at the end I just saw like he had like a little, you know, they have like in front, like behind their windscreen, they have like either Lyft or Uber written
Yeah.
on. So yeah, he was Uber driver.
How about that? See, that was my my undercover right there. I was undercover in San Francisco, you know.
Oh, but dude, like
obviously.
he really looked like you. I still can't get over it. How like identical he looked. It was insane. You know, like you have that hat, that cap or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the
know.
Pittsburgh Pirates cap. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he had the same, like similar, not P on it, but like, you know, I was like, holy shit, it's yeah.
There you go. That was me undercover, right there. You know, that's how it is. On we got the stock on, in California,
So, Sean, when
that's how it
am I
is.
getting that ride then?
Next time, listen, next time you come around, this time if you go to New York, all right, because I'm all around the country, you know what I mean. I was there in San Francisco that time. This time we'll be in New York, you know what I mean, across country. So when you come in my car, all right, you're gonna see the menu on the passenger seat. All right, it's gonna be faced toward the door, so you're gonna see what it is. Now when you go in, you're probably not gonna look because you're
What the
yeah,
fuck?
you're
This
probably not
is
gonna look.
so scary.
But when you get out, I'm gonna say, hey, take a look at the sign that you were sitting on, and on the list, it'll be one of the choices will be a ride. But obviously not the ride that you just got, but different type of ride. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there you go. There you go. Just look at my list. You'll see what's on the list. So next time you're
Wow,
there,
banging.
next time you're there, bro. Next time you're
Probably
there.
the first free thing I'll get at in USA. Usually they charge you more than everything plus. I was
It's
actually
true.
pretty pissed. Like, you're first world, bro. Why do you
Hmm?
need to be so scummy?
What, me?
Um,
Hmm.
no, not you in
Oh,
particular, but like the nation. I don't know, man. Like, there was several times where I like literally thought, okay, that's not nice. Like we were like one of the things just that comes up in my mind was like we were staying like in a hotel in like close to Seattle, whatever. Um and we were staying there a few days, and then we went somewhere else, to some like parks and stuff like that. And then before we were like flying back, we returned to the same hotel. So they kind of like knew us there already because we were like a large group. And if anything, like they should be happy, because like we're like returning customers, whatever. Um, so like in lobby, obviously like every hotel, like in lobby, they usually have like this place where you can make yourself a coffee or whatever. And they also had like this stand with rotating stand where like you can see like you can take postcards and stuff and like keychains and I know like stuff like that. But you have to walk to the clerk and like every postcard is like I don't know $1 or something like that, something like that,
mm-hmm.
you know. Um, but obviously that's optional. So we're staying there 2 days, and at the end, like I get, delivered in my room, like what the expenses were, like on my account, blah blah blah, whatever. How much am I gonna get charged, or like just like print out of like what the expenses were. And there's like one tax, the second tax, the third tax. I mean, like fucking USA is crazy with 15 different taxes. Like, I don't know, your country is really, really bad when it comes to that.
That's fucked.
And
Yeah.
like in between the taxes, there's like little fine print, like, I don't know, font 7 or 6. And it says for postcards. And I'm like, what?
You sent postcards.
What? And I'm like, what do you mean for postcards? I never took any. I intentionally didn't take them because they were expensive as fuck. I would probably have gotten them like cheaper somewhere else. So I walked downstairs and I asked the lady, why did you like put like this on my bill, for postcards? Like, did you see it like on camera somewhere, like that I took them or something? And she was like mumbling something like, oh, that it's a mistake and they apologize, but they cannot like deduct it anymore because the payment went through, blah 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 something. And she was like really making it like as it never happens and that's not their normal practice. But then I talked like with my like bunch of my other friends, like because there was a large group of them, and pretty much they've done this to like every second like of us,
So they're scamming.
so they're like scanning, and you don't even like notice it because notice it, because it's like super small print, you know. So in the end, okay, maybe Trump will like deny me entry next time because of this.
Maybe.
But I was angry, man. I was real angry. So I went to that stand. I took 4 postcards plus a magnet from my fridge for free because the bitch played with me. So
Well, you know, yeah, if they scam you, you gotta take some
I
shit.
I took my money's worth back plus the magnet from my fridge, which I didn't pay for. So
Well, if they're not gonna miss that magnet with the amount of people they've scammed to get more cash, I guess you might as well take it, you know? Souvenir.
so yeah, fuck them. Yeah, please don't ban me, Trump.
Well, I mean, since you confessed it, actually, no, I'm sure that Trump is a big fan of all the people from Melania's country, so I think you're fine. I think you're fine.
And it was like, it wasn't even the first time, you know, this happened at the other hotel as well. So like we had like an agency that like dealt with bookings on our behalf, you know. And I don't know, man, like your country is really confusing when it comes to taxes. You have like bed tax or like hotel tax, state tax, blah blah blah, 1,000 taxes, you know. But on the printout we received, it was like something like taxes, like what's included in the price, you know. I don't know, stay for 3 nights, taxes paid for, or something like that, you know. And we get to the first hotel, and even though like everything's supposed to be paid for, like the lady is like, oh no, but you have to pay like bedroom tax or something, which came something like close to $50 per person, you know.
Bedroom tax.
Some stupid tax. I don't even remember what it was, you know. But of course, like it was like 1 a.m. in the morning or 2 a.m. We didn't really know what agency paid, what it didn't, you know. And what do? You know, you just go with it. I mean, you're not gonna argue there and stuff, you know. So we just went with it and we paid for it. And then the next hotel we arrived at, this Seattle, we had exactly the same printouts, like from the same agency, from booking the same thing, you know, and it said like taxes paid for. And this time I didn't have to pay anything, you know, like anything extra, everything was paid for, you know. So I'm like, what the fuck, you know? Maybe that people in there, like close to San Francisco, maybe they just realized we're tourists and they just charged us twice for the same thing, you know. Probably they got like all the taxes paid for from agency and then they charged us on top of it. But yeah, like your tax system, like it's just hate it,
Yeah,
man.
it's
Like
very bad, yeah.
it's super bad. Like I don't even want to get started on the prices in shops, you know, because everywhere, like in the I don't want to be mean, but I have to be mean. Like everywhere in the modern world or normal world, like what price you see on the tag is the price you pay at the till when when you get to cashier. The price
So it's
is
not? It
on the
wasn't?
tag. You pay no, because you have like $4.99 or something, and then you come at the cashier and it's like 8.5% tax on it or 20% tax on it, or every city, every county, every state, every I don't know what has different tax, and then it's never what it says on the tag, you know. That's never gonna happen in Europe. Like the tax is like already calculated in the price, you know. So like
Okay.
it's insanely stupid system. Like I see the tag, you know, for, like I don't know, let's say it says something like 970, you know, and I have $10. Like I have to calculate, holy shit, do I even have enough? Whereas like in Europe, I would just be like, oh, 970, I have $10. Okay, let's go. You know,
Wait,
don't need to
so
calculate, don't need to
there's no
do.
sales tax?
There is, but it's already calculated in a price, you know. That's like
Ah,
the price you see in the store. Like in little brackets, it will say like price without tax, and then the bigger price, the actual price will be with tax, you know. So you don't have to do like calculation yourself in the head. So it's like stupid, retarded system. I don't know why you do that. Like, because when I come at the cashier in the end anyway, he already has a price with tax calculated in anyway in his system, he's not gonna pull out calculator and go like counting or you know adding stuff up. So he already has it in his computer system. Why don't you print it out on the on the
So,
on the
so,
on the
so, oh,
thing?
I can tell you why. So you're saying that for every item,
Yeah,
the cost of the item should have the sales tax factored in.
of
Well,
course. That's how one world does it. Because how, like, you do realize that the price you see and then the end what you pay are completely different. Why should that be? I mean,
I
why
think
should
it's
that
a, I
make
think it's a
sense?
psychological thing, I guess, because you know how people are simple. If you see 9.99, for example, right? 9.99 is really $10, but 9.99
Yeah, but
looks a
when you
bit
put
more.
tax on it,
It'll be like 10
1040,
something,
1030, whatever, something like that.
but
Yeah, and
that
that,
that
of
that isn't
course,
aesthetically pleasing to look at. That's what they really do it for.
and that's why stores don't also do it, because if they would put like 1040 on, people would initially, like, they would like instantly think, oh, this store is more expensive than the other that has 999, But
Yeah.
in Europe, it's illegal to put the price without tax on the tag on display. You cannot do it. It's illegal, like, because you're misguiding people.
The magical nines.
So like that system is retarded to me, especially since you have different taxes and things are taxed differently, like alcohol. Like, I know, like, state of Washington or something has something stupid like sugar. I mean, it's not stupid, I guess it's needed in USA. You have like sugar tax and shit like that. It's like, how the fuck, like, any person that's not living
Sugar
there for,
tax.
yeah, like, how the hell, like, any person that's not living there like for 5 years, how am I meant to keep up, like, or know which tax is there or meant to be there, or is actual the valid tax or it's not, like, it causes so much confusion and, like, I don't know, it's just not transparent, not to us at least. So that's like retarded. I just don't know how Americans don't see that it's retarded. I guess it's just because, like, stores want to keep like the lowest price possible, so they will never like include the tax because they'll like automatically make like the price
Yeah,
similar.
they'd have to manipulate the price to make it end in a number that looks a little bit more pleasing. That's really what it is. Because that's why Wallgate is so popular, because stuff looks cheap. It may not be cheaper, but it looks cheap. Like when you surround a bunch of cheap things around an expensive thing, maybe, your eyes will look to the expensive thing, blah, blah, It's all about psychological things, that's how they make the cash, But if they outlawed,
That's why
if they
it's
did what Europe did,
mandatory
it'd be
by
tough.
law here, you see. Because, like, if they would just make it as a choice, of course, no store will do it, because they don't want to seem like the worst of deal than their competitors, But when you make it as a law, then there's just no other way. But yeah,
Yeah.
like, in some ways, I was like, don't want to be mean, but it was like, okay, this is USA, this is supposed to be first world, they are like the busiest living people out there, everything in their world should be eventually like, just because how progress goes, and since you have so many people, I thought everything in USA is thought out methodically and it's made the most efficient way
Wrong.
and stuff like that,
Wrong.
but then I'm like, holy shit, they're first world and they have some really fucking retarded practices, Oh, it's
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
God.
It's very true. Murica is not what it is cracked up to be. It's really what it is. And I'm sure it's worse on the West Coast, because to live in California, for example, it's a pretty fucked life, I'll tell you. as far as I know.
Actually, we're to just like portray how bad it is. Like maybe like Americans don't even understand because they don't know any other, you know. Like we have one tax. That's like just one tax, you know, on pretty much everything. It does vary because I think like for alcohol and tobacco and stuff like that, it's a bit different tax than for um, any like for like food or something, you know. But in the price, there always be just like one tax calculated in, you know. Like for example, like we rented a car at the airport, and in the end, like price for rental was something like I don't know, making it up now, like $400 or something. And when we returned the car and we got like all, you know, we had to pay for everything, there was literally like the dude like who was driving us counted out like there was like 15 taxes or something, like including like some taxes for some funny roads and like I don't know. It was
That's
so
funny.
bad. There was like 15 taxes on like it was just insane.
Yeah, it's true. When I renewed my car's, what's it called? Not my license, but my car's registration or something. There were 4 taxes. And I'm like,
Yeah,
what
so
is that?
if you rent it, like it's insane. Only the thing I did like though, um, I don't know if you have this in Connecticut though. There's like in I don't know if I liked it or not. I mean, like I do like the idea, but it didn't make things any better overall. You know, I like this diamond lane or whatever. Do you have this thing? Like, so in California, there's like a special lane dedicated on the
Oh yeah,
highway
yeah, 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 yeah. We
for
do.
people that are not driving alone. You know, like you need someone in the car.
Yeah,
Some
it's
people at least. I
yeah.
did like it, but I was still like blown away by it. Like the traffic, and I don't know if that's the case everywhere, but in Cali, like around San Francisco, it literally fucking blows. Like I always thought, oh, like USA, you know, we have like highways with 2 lanes, you know, or like 3 lanes maybe, and we think it's bad, you know. And I was like, okay, they have fucking 6 or 7 lanes, you know.
It's
It's
still
probably
fucked up.
it's efficient and smooth, you know.
Nope, still fucked up.
Like I think like for an NBA match or something, the place was like I don't know something like I don't work in miles still, even though I was there, but like it was something like 20 kilometers away, you know. Like in Europe, 20 kilometers would take something like 20 minutes, you know, maybe half an hour if you need to park or whatever. It literally took us like 3.5 hours
And
to get like I was like, how? Like, for people to work at 8 in the morning or 9, they need to fucking wake up at 5?
and
What? And then my next thought was like, okay, so if traffic is this bad all the time, you know? And since like everyone likes to travel alone anyway, you know? Like people drive alone in big cars. Why wouldn't I get motorcycle, you know? And just like
just to weave past people.
just weave past people, you know? And I was like, why wouldn't I get a motorcycle if I was like in USA? And then I was like, there's no fucking motorcycles. Like I was there 14 like plus days and I think I saw maybe like 2 or 3. I'm like,
That's surprising to me.
why don't people buy motorcycle? Are they retarded? Like, you know? Or like I saw so little people on bicycles. It like yeah, like we were at Google for example, and they have their own campus, you know, like buildings everywhere, like it's a little mini city if you like want to call it that way. And they have their own like you can just take a bike and just ride to another side of the campus, you know, or whatever. But just like in general, like for people to go get from A to B or like to go to store or whatever, I never saw any person like bike to the store, you know, to Walmart or something. Like you don't even have a fucking
It's
stand
very
there for
surprising.
bikes, you know. Like
I thought in San
that's
Francisco there'd be a lot of bikes over there.
yeah. And other thing, oh my god, I don't get it, man. Where are your bins? Like, I'm drinking something or eating something, and I'm like, you know, like at Walmart, for example, you have like huge parking lot, right? So I'm like, we park car somewhere, and I'm like, okay, where's the next bin? And I go like down, like, I don't know, 10 parking spots, you know? And I'm like, there has to be a bin somewhere. And
Nope.
then I walk further and further and further and
Nope.
further.
Nope. Nope.
There's no fucking bin anywhere. And I'm like, are those people fucking retarded? Like, they must be retarded. Like, this number of people that are like the most consuming nation ever, you know? You buy, I don't know, like tons of stuff, you know? Yet you have no bins. Like, literally
That's right.
here, like, literally here in Europe, you have bin every 10 meters, you know? I'm not even kidding.
Yeah,
It's
no, I
like,
saw a video. Yeah, you guys do.
it's like at parking lot, you know, you have like 5 parking spots and then there will be a bin, and then next 5 parking spots and there will be a bin, you know, so people can actually throw away stuff. And I'm finding myself there, like having like a plastic bottle or something and like carrying it around like for 1 hour and 15 minutes because I cannot find a fucking bin to throw it in, you know. It's like,
It's true. Murica does not do a good job with their recycling. Yeah, I did see a video, a Slovenian video, about how there are many, many types of bins. So yeah,
I wasn't
Murica is
even
not that
picky,
country.
you know. I wasn't even picky. I didn't like wish for like, separate bin for ecological waste or glass or plastic or whatever. You know, we have like 4 different bins everywhere. You know, I just wanted a simple fucking bin, you know, to bin my shit, but there wasn't any.
Oh, you mean there's like none? Period.
No, none. Like, you don't have it. Like, there wasn't any. I was like growing frustrated all the time because I was like really, really giving me headache.
I'm telling you,
And it's
Cash.
just,
Murica's a dirty country, bunch of savages. I'm telling you. I'm
And-
telling you.
I almost got a heart attack. I don't know if that's like a practice in every state, but like at Walmart when I bought my shit, you know, like when I buy my shit here, I already paid for it, you know. I paid for it. I throw away the fucking receipt, you know.
Yeah.
So I pay for my shit at the Walmart. I go through like self checkout whatever thing, you know. I paid for stuff, and I come at the door. I want to exit Walmart, and there's a dude there standing.
Oh, he wants to look at your receipt. Yeah.
Which wants to look at my receipt and my shit, you know. And I'm like, excuse me? Are you fucking retarded? I already paid for it. Why do I have to show you everything that I bought? What if I bought fucking dildo? Like,
Yeah.
I already paid for it. The system, like, why? Why?
Well, you see, things like that happen because of assholes, you know. What they do is, you know, if you buy a lot of things, right, they wanna like just, you know, skim your receipt and look at your items and see if the amount corresponds, and they let you go. But yeah, it mainly depends on how much you bought. Did you get a lot? You got a lot of stuff, didn't you?
I was panicking because I didn't even have a receipt, you know. It was like, I didn't even buy it. I didn't know I have to keep it for after, you know. There's gonna be like a check or something. I was like, oh,
Yep.
no.
They do it to make sure no one's stealing, you know?
Yeah, but you have that pee-pee things, you know. It
Yes,
like,
they do. They have the cameras, yeah. They have the cameras where you can do your makeup, yeah. But
Oh man, that was like, I literally needed to. I literally felt like a thief, even though I already paid, you know, just because I couldn't find the freaking receipt. So I put all my shit on at the side, like on some chair, you know, and I literally almost had panic attack because I couldn't find the receipt, you know. Went through all my pockets, all my like my bag, all the pockets on my bag and shit, and then of course I found it like in my back pocket somewhere, something like that, you know, all arranged up. And I was like, man, I already paid for the products. Like, I should be free to go, and you're holding me here, you know, like I'm a thief, and I'm not even a fucking thief. Oh man, that was weird.
it's just Murica growing pains. Cash, you know? That's what they do at the door in Walgate. I don't think they do it at any other grocery store. But you know, since it's so popular, and since a lot of weird ass people shop at Walmart, you know, it's just standard protocol for them, you know. That's how it is. I don't think you should feel bad at all. Just get your crumpled ass.
What would happen if I didn't find it, for example? But I did.
I have no idea. I guess they'd. I have no idea actually. Since you use self checkout, I actually don't know. They'd probably look at something or whatever. I don't know though. I have no idea.
That was weird.
I
one thing I did like though in USA is like pretty much every place I went. I don't know if that's just Cali or something. They did have like this proper. I don't know what it's even called. You probably don't even know because you're a man, but you don't use those things. But like when you sit down on toilet seat, you can pull out like already like a. It's not a toilet paper, but it's like protective sheet, which is like toilet paper, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like a copy of top of the toilet paper, and you just put it on toilet paper, so you don't have to do it with the toilet paper itself. I don't know.
I don't know. You mean like public bathrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just put.
Shit, I remember.
I just put toilet paper on the seat because I don't want to.
Yeah,
put my.
There's already the thing that it's already in the shape of a toilet seat, you know, so you don't have to do it like with your hand. And they had this almost everywhere. Oh, one thing that really had me going. What's with your gaps in your toilet stalls or whatever they called, like booths or whatever they called? What are they called, those toilet squares?
You mean when you open the door and go in?
Yeah. What are they?
Stalls?
Like stalls,
right?
Yeah. What's with the gaps? Like the door, right? You have a door that you close, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, on the door, there's like, I'm not even kidding, like for a thumb thick gap everywhere. So literally, you can see people outside, or people can see in. Like, what is wrong with Americans? Are they retarded?
Wait,
like,
so where's the gap? At the bottom or the top?
No, like, you know, like the stall or whatever, right? Is like made of wood or whatever. And then there's a door, you know, that it's cut in or whatever. And between like the door and door frame or whatever, there's like a wide gap. Like, literally is like the widest shit ever. Like in Europe, they're tiny. Like you cannot see out, you cannot see in. But in USA, for some reason, they're huge. They're like, people can see in.
Okay, so,
like,
but
no privacy.
But from where can they see in?
From like, you know, from those like toilet stalls or whatever. In front of them, usually it's like sink where you can wash your hands.
Okay,
right?
I see what you mean. Okay, so like the little slit they can see inside.
Yeah, the slit is so thick. In USA, it's like literally for a thumb thick. Like I could see everyone out from my stall, like washing their hands, and I'm pretty sure if that person turned around, they could see me like squatting and shitting or pissing or whatever, you know. I'm like,
it's okay. You're all women, right?
yeah, but why is it so wide? Why is it so wide? It was creeping me out.
That I don't know. I mean, there has to be some place to put the latch on, you know. But yeah, I don't know. It's so wide.
And then it like hit me. It crossed my mind, you know. In all those movies, like high school movies, you can see people bullying each other in toilet, you know. And I was like, yeah, no fucking shit. They can see inside anyway. You know, like give me some privacy, man.
I know it would take a pretty sick cocksucker to be looking inside of somebody's stall, you know. I don't know, but it's not like that in Slovenia. Is it like a completely closed door? Like it's completely closed?
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much all closed. there's like no opening, you know.
So what, the locking system isn't the same?
I even freaking took a picture because it disturbed me so bad. I have it somewhere on my phone because it was so bad.
Look at that. Murica growing pains. I'm telling you, anybody here who is planning to go to Murica, this is what you're gonna have to deal with. Sales tax. Ooh.
Next time I'll
Slits
bring
indoors.
a curtain for toilet. Or just put the curtain over so people don't see it.
Gonna put that in your purse. The this the dedicated curtain to make sure that you're not seen by another woman. Damn.
We had we had a competition, you know, to with one dude that is like more. Yeah, we had a competition with like, so there was like two vans of us, right? Driver of one and driver of the other, you know. And driver of one is like half of the year he's here in Slovenia and half of the year pretty much he's there in the States, you know. So he's already like accustomed to.
Yeah, he already knows. Yeah.
Yeah, he already knows some stuff, right? So he was like, if you can fill up the car before me and I give you like 10 minutes on top, I will buy you like 6-pack of beer, you know.
Oh boy.
And we were like, man, how hard can it be to freaking tank a car, you know? I mean, fill it up or whatever.
I thought you were gonna be like, man, why the fuck would I want a 6-pack of this shit American beer?
Okay, that too, but okay. So we were like, okay, challenge accepted, you know? So first, I don't know how it goes already, but there's a thing you put your card in, right? You put your card in, like Visa, whatever you have. And,
your prepaid card.
Yeah. And then it asks you for post number or something like that, postcode.
But you don't have one.
Doesn't it?
Yes, yeah, it does sometimes.
And we were like, okay, which postcode? Like of the gas station, of the card that card is registered to, or what fucking postcode?
Good question.
So we put in the postcode of the petrol station, you know, and then of something else, and of something else, you know. And the postcode is something like, I don't know, it's like 6 digits or something.
It's 5, yeah, the zip code,
or
yeah.
5, yeah, it's 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by the time we figured out what postcode we need, we almost pretty much got our card blocked, you know? So in the end, we figured out, okay, we have to put in the postcode of the card that the card is registered, like the address, you know? And we're like, but Slovenia has 4 numbers and they require 5, you know?
Oh,
and we're like, okay, just put 0 in front, you know? And we blocked our card, you know? And then we go in, and we want to pay with our card, and it doesn't let us because it's a European card, you know? We give other card, and then we want to pay without one, and again we get stuck on the freaking, you know, the postcode, you know? And then the clerk comes out and is asking like, why are we stalling everyone like for half an hour, you know? And we're like, we can't put the postcode in, you know? And she's like, oh, you have only 4 numbers, but it requires 5. Okay, you have to give me a card, and then I need to take your card, take it inside, and she has to unlock some special option, you know? They have like some special option, like if the card is European or something, they have to mark it on their system, and then it lets you, like the terminal will let you put different post number in.
At least there's a way.
Like then 5 numbers required, you know. So pretty much like it's fucking painful, man.
Didn't know it was so tough.
So who the fuck requires post number when you want to fill up your car, bro? What?
Yeah, I wondered the same thing. Like, yeah, every time I get gas, I put my card in. It says zip code, and I'm like, why do I need my zip code? I just put it in anyway. But I never thought it would be such a hassle for
like nowhere
tourists.
in Europe you have to put like the zip code in of your card. You just put your card and your PIN number of your card. That's
Well,
it, bro. You safe to go.
like I said, Kesh, America's fucked. Because here's the thing. See, when people fuck things up and when they exploit things, things change for the worse, you know? And since there are so many cocksuckers in this country, they mess up a lot of things. So there probably was a guy who probably scammed the gas station or whatever. So all of a sudden now, if you use a card, you have to put your PIN in, your zip code in, just like the Walmart thing. People stole from Walmart a lot of times. So all of a sudden now you got people there to check your receipt. It didn't used to be like that. But yeah, that's how it is, you know. As shitty things happen, shitty things are put into are implemented to stop the shitty things from happening, you know. But then it turns out to be more inconvenienced for people who are law-abiding citizens like you and myself. So that's how it is, and that's why Europe does not have this issue, because they don't really have that.
Yeah, because we're good people. I guess, I don't know, man.
Or
yeah,
less privy to
many
stealing or
stories.
whatever.
Yeah.
Less gas station scamming.
So we lost the freaking bet, right? We lost it. So we had to buy the driver like bunch of drinks, and in the end he didn't want them because it's American beer, right? But I don't know. You don't drink beer, do you?
No.
So we at the end we found a good one, which was the only good, good one, was some Blue Moon or something. I don't know, something like that.
Never heard of that snit.
So yeah, and there's also a thing with beer that's weird with us, right? So I don't know like why USA is like that, but like among other things you have like weapons and crazy fucking people everywhere. Like literally everyone in California is fucking weird. I don't even want to know how it's like.
That's California for you.
But yeah, like for Europeans, like at least like Balkans or Central Europe or whatever, this would be freaking weird. Like you cannot be seen with beer in hand in public.
Oh, that's right. That's
no,
right.
no. So we bought like a bunch of 6-packs and we're taking them out of the trunk of the car, and we pretty much just wanted to like carry them to our rooms, you know. But we were like carrying in a hand, and the police like strolls, like just drives past us, and he's like why causing trouble, you know? And we were like, what do you mean? And he's like, why have beer out like that, you know? And we were like, we're just taking it to the rooms. We didn't even open it yet, you know? And he's like, put that cover that thing up or something like that. And we're like, what?
No questions asked.
So in the end, we didn't even register what the problem was, because none of us was drunk, none of us had like beer even opened, nothing, you know. We just had it in hand, and like each was carrying like one glass in hand, like to the room or whatever, you know, one bottle, sorry. And then we figured out, you know, oh, he was like not happy because we had it in hand, but we were like, but why? We weren't even drinking it, you know. So yeah, to all those non-Americans that do not know, you cannot have like beer even in your hand, like out in public. So what we did is like we got those like cups, like, you know, those cups that you see in I don't know, American college movies or whatever.
The red ones?
Yeah, just red ones or white ones. And we just got like the biggest ones, so you could pretty much pour like almost entire bottle in it, you know. And then we were just drinking it from there. It's like so much work, man. Like, what's the problem? We're like,
somebody fucked it up. That's how
like,
it is.
we already like over 21. We had to be to buy it. Why can we not drink it without like having to hide it?
Now that I'm not quite sure why that was put in. I have no idea.
Like I would even understand like if people were loud or like being drunk or like causing problems or something like that, or it's like public place, like middle of a city or somewhere, you don't want to have like bunch of drunks, you know. like in the middle of plaza somewhere or something like that. But like on basically like on parking lot, between two vans. Why can you not? No one can see you anyway. Like, why is it such a problem?
See, I don't know the reason for that, but yeah, I guess they just don't want people out there
So-
walking, drinking while on the street. Who
So
knows
you
why?
know what happened in the end? Like the
What?
dude was like, he did like 3 circles, He came around like every 10 minutes and he like rolled the window down and he was like, oh, just making sure you're not causing any problems. And I swear to God, like your cops, man, they have fucking swag, man. Like all of them have like sunglasses on and shit. Like they look like rock stars. Anyway, he does like 3 circles and you know what then happened? Typical American.
He got in your face again.
He saw a black dude and he decided to proceed to follow.
Of course. Of course. California. I tell you. That's how it is. See, the cops over there, I think they're bored. That's how it is. They're bored. They want to fill a quota or something. That's why a lot of people don't like cops. A lot of people don't like cops. And it's a lot of people, not only blacks, but you scroll through that scam site Tinder. There are a lot of white girls that hate the cops. It's kind of makes me wonder. Speaking of cops, though, I have to cut you off. I have no idea. I gotta cut you off. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back in a couple minutes. I gotta make sure I put the music up. But this is the Punkery Show. When we come back, we're gonna hear some more about Murica being mad. Welcome back, punks. This is the Punkery Show. It's the Punkery Show. This show today has live from Los Angeles, the worst city in the world. This show has mostly been about Kesh's trip to Murica, and while she's had some good times, she wants to also rip Murica, and this time she has a perspective, which means I can't talk not a stint.
You can. I mean, it was nice to hear your feedback as well. Because, like, some things are just like, I never even, like, thought about it before that, like, we're saying the same thing, but we're thinking of different things, probably, just because how, like, countries are different. Like, see, that was one thing that did surprise me. Like, everyone's saying how Americans are fat and fat and fat and fat. Yes, there is a lot of fat people, but I didn't feel like there were that many that I expected, That was kind of like nice surprise because, yes, people maybe not like the slimmest, whatever, but I just really didn't feel like there's that many fat people. One thing that it did, though, like play out as I thought it's gonna be. There weren't that many fat people, but those that were fat
They were enormous.
The levels that I've never seen before. Like, don't think I've ever seen that fat people in Europe.
Yeah, like they're waddling.
Like, insanely fat. Like, I just don't know.
They use the carts in Walmart.
Yeah, but we did too. We sat in those and the dude is looking at us and he's like, what are those punks up to? And then we just raced, We went from one section to another and we had races in those shits and people were laughing.
Look at these grown-ass tourists having a race inside a Walmart.
That was like the weirdest thing to me as well. Like, we were like group, and there was like lots of us and we just stopped like in between and we were like picking and stuff. There was one lady who literally had to wait like 2 seconds for us with this little car of hers. And she was so mad.
I told you.
She was so mad. And I'm like, what the fuck, lady? You were like 4 hours in the store picking your trash food. Now you have to wait 2 seconds and you're fucking mad. It's like, you're driving this fucking car anywhere. Everything is slow. Like, if you would walk, you would be like 10 times faster, even if you would be wobbling, because those cars are really not fast. Like, I thought, like, and I never seen them before. We don't really have them here, but I did actually expect them to be a lot faster, and they're not. They're like so freaking slow that like if you walk like the slowest pace ever, you would be faster, you know? And she was like beeping at us. Like the worst was one lady though that Jesus Christ. It was one of those ladies as well in this car, whatever it's called. So she finally got at like self-checkout, you know, and there was a dude in front of her who just had some stuff. Like not much, you know, it wasn't even like big shopping, you know, so he would be holding up people on self-checkout. He had like, I don't know, 5 products and they came up to something like $12, you know? And I mean, I'm sometimes like that on self-checkout as well, you know, especially like since I got like a lot of change in USA that I know that I will never be able to like convert here. I just threw in a bunch of change, you know, because I wanted to get rid of it. Like, there's no better way to do it at self-checkout. At least you don't make the lady at the cashier like to count every little cent, you know. It goes faster because machine does it. Anyway, point being, like, he only had like $12 or something. But obviously he didn't have any other banknotes and he was paying in ones, you know? So he needed like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Get rid of those
7,
singles. Should've gone to the strip club.
10, 11, 12, you know? And still, like, that's less than a minute, you know? And she was so fucking mad. She was like, so, really? Really, dude? You one of those people, man? You really one of those people, man? I'm like, let it be. It's not like his price tag was like 100 and he was paying like 100 by $1 bills, you know? It was only like $12 or something. Like, what if he doesn't have anything? I was like, plus, you fucking retarded bitch. You were driving around 2 hours now. You cannot wait for a dude that's like paying in dollars, like for $12. Hello? What the fuck is wrong with people?
People going out of their way to talk snit to somebody. I mean, that's Walmart for you, I'm telling you. That's fucking Walmart. Like, people that shop there are legit stupid. You know, that's how it is.
This like shit scared me so much that the next time I was literally waiting for like an empty slot, you know, where I saw no one was there. So I was throwing my change in just in hope like to not get much change back, you know, because I just needed to get rid of it. And I was like, man, if I go at the cashier and I throw her all this change, people will like
that would suck. Yeah, that would suck.
They will like, I will like come home with a bullet in my head, you know.
Oh, shit.
People are so impatient, it's insane. Yet they spend so much time, you know, just driving around, like doing a bunch of shit, you know. That really was, I don't know, weird.
I know, people are assholes. People are assholes. That's how it is, you know? Like, I think one day I was that dude. Like, I had a lot of singles in my pocket. Didn't want to go to the strip club, so I just put a lot of singles in there. But it was like 10 o'clock, so there was no line holding up. I hate going to stores like that during the day. It's just stupid. There are too many stupid people, and they complain a lot for no fucking reason. You know, their man won't screw them or anything, and they take it out on people, random people. You know.
I mean, what are you even meant to do? Like, are you meant to say something back, or are you meant to just like stare away, or like, what do you do usually?
I don't know. Obviously, you don't want to escalate, but you just want to be like, "Hey, this is what I have in my wallet. You know, be done in a bit, blah blah. You know, something like that. You know, you don't want to escalate the situation, but you know, you want to have a laugh while you do it. You know, because no matter what, you're gonna always be in the right because you know you're not some dickhead that gets mad over somebody using singles. I mean, of course you don't yell back, you know, that's not good. Just make everybody else around notice that person's an asshole for calling you out for using singles. That's pretty much how it is, and everybody will understand, you know.
It's like really like rural area, and everyone has like insanely big truck, even more than in a city, you know. People just have like huge cars. There was like this one fat dude who like there was literally a store that was like makeshift subway, you know, like literally inside of the gas station there was like one counter or whatever it's called where they made sandwiches, you know. And the same lady that was cashier at the petrol station, if someone wanted a sandwich or something, she would walk over on the other side and she would make sandwiches. It was funny. But whatever, like this dude was like so fat, like he couldn't get out of his car. And we were like parked next to him, you know, in our van. And of course, like we're looking all of it at him, you know, and people there thought it was weird anyway, because they were like, what's happening when they came at the petrol station? Because suddenly there were so many people standing in the queue for subway, you know. And we told them like we're tourists and shit, you know. And the dude was like asking us if someone can get him like a cow or something to pull him out of the car because he couldn't get out or something, like, you know, if you could strap like him to the cow and the cow would pull him out or something like that. And then there was me, I don't know, like he was being like kind of serious, you know, because he couldn't get out. And then he was like, they just want to talk to you, those rednecks. Like, you just look at them and they start talking themselves. And he was like, there were like few like girls of us, and he was like, oh, it would be so nice to have a maid, you know, like you're a tourist, like if you don't have anywhere to stay, why don't you just come over, you know, I want to watch some NBA match, like you girls can do some cleaning and shit like that. I was like fucking dying there, you know.
It's like some 1980s redneck type shit.
No, seriously, those fucking rednecks, they were like, oh man. We went to some pub or something, and it was like huge place. There were like 4 people, and they were like some fucking hillbillies, drunk as shit, you know. And they like looked at us weird, you know. And they weren't really nice to start off with, you know. But then they saw like we were like starting buying beers and more beers and shit like that. And they got like really.
They saw the opportunity.
Yeah, they started to get nicer. In the end, like we even made him like play some our national songs. We just gave him USB stick, and the dude was playing it loud on his loudspeaker, like Slovenian songs and shit, you know. And they were shouting like "Murica, fuck yeah!" And like we wanted to make like a promo video, like a laugh, you know, for our sponsors and shit, to shout the names out of our sponsors. They didn't want to do it, you know. They were like, fuck no, I'm not doing it, you know, something like that.
Only Murica related stuff for them.
And then like they asked for our swear words, you know, and those they were happy to shout. Like, no sponsor names and nothing, but yeah, swear words they will do.
Yeah, who doesn't want to know swear words? That's how it is.
They were like, come on, they were like the typical, don't want to be mean, typical dumb redneck, loud, dumb, and I don't know what else, like the typical American redneck you can think of, you know, literally, like, it was funny.
It's a good thing there ain't that many rednecks around here, but I didn't know there were so many. I call Ninja Man kind of one, because he is, but yeah.
Ninja Man Cop is redneck?
I mean, he acts like one. I have no idea. But yeah, there you go. Murica. That's part 1. That's part 1 of Cash's Murica story. Obviously, teaching American Slovenian curse words, which they probably forgot as they went to bed.
I mean, the first thing when I came to USA, there's a marshal or officer or whatever. He like asks you why you're there, how long you're staying, where you're staying, stuff like that, you know. And like when you're like good to go, you know, he's like, all right, buddy, welcome to America. I almost fucking died. Like he said it such an American way, you know. I kind of just like started laughing there. I was like, okay, this doesn't look good. Like I'm 1 second in USA accepted and I'm already laughing at the dude. Like, all right, buddy, you all said.
Yeah, it sounds like something out of a video you'd watch or something.
Oh man.
There it is. There it is. Guess you saw Murica. You saw Murica. You saw the sales tax, the fat people, the carts. You know, pretty good trip. That's a lot of content. We're gonna end it right here. But I'm sure next week you have some more stuff to talk about, assuming that you remember it.
Assuming I remember what I already told. I mean, there's like a lot of things that happened. Just need to remember what I already told. What I didn't. But yeah, what?
What a trip. I didn't know it'd be that, extensive and eventful. Yeah, should add your Popeyes. But yeah, that's gonna do it for
Next
the
time,
Punkery show. Yeah, next time you come here, I'll show you what Popeyes is. Yeah,
I hope I don't get shot though. Heard people get shot there.
Oops. I had the mic off. But yeah, that'll do it for the Punkery show. Next week, hopefully, Kesh will give us more about Murica. And all of that. I learned some stuff about Murica myself. The West Coast is completely screwed. So for Kesh, this is Rashon, and we'll see you next time on the